What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Truth or Explosion, Sexy Sundays. I'm your girl Lyrick. We in for Noni those things uh to log on in. Welcome to Sexy Sundays at 6. It is 5:59. So we are 1 minute ahead of time and we're waiting for my girl to log right on in here. Choo choo choo. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Hey,
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? I
what's
was just worried about you. I was like, did she get the link? Is she coming on?
of course I'm gonna get on Instagram too, but I'm gonna mute my phone because I know you up
Okay.
on Instagram too, right? Yes, you
Yes, I'm on
are.
Instagram as well. Well, we are on Instagram as
I'll get
well.
on Instagram too, but I'm gonna mute my phone. I
Okay.
know you up on Instagram
Let
too,
me
right?
lower
Yes,
mine. Okay.
you
All
are.
right. So we on
Hey,
here.
we
Hey.
on here. Hey, I'm gonna put it to the side. I'm
So
being
let me
great.
just see if I can fix this while we're on here.
On top of each other.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to be on top of each other. I'm really. This is. That one is crazy. See if I can do it like that.
What's up, IG?
Oh,
What's up, Coochie Coach? I know I missed our bedroom candy thing. I'm sorry. I was laying down. Who's
nope.
cute with the big and the small? What about
But
us on top of each other?
it's not on IG Live like that though.
No, we next to each other.
Yeah, I don't know.
What
There's
about on
no,
top? Can we do it on top?
there's no option for that.
Oh,
There's no option for that. So that's how it looks.
well, we here anyway.
Okay, so we in here.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, what's up? Hi. Oh, we got a private chat going on. You know, I'm being nosy. I'm touching my screen to see what's going on.
Let me see if I could go down. Set up.
It's Sunday. It's Sunday. We got to come up with a theme song for Sunday.
Right.
We got to come up with a theme song for Sunday.
Okay. That's the best I could do, Miss Knows Things. Only thing I can
Oh,
do.
it's all good.
Okay. Only thing I can do is slide to the left or slide to the right. And I don't
Let me see. Let me see.
know if I slide this way. I think it's this way I have to slide, but I don't
I'm
know.
trying to figure out which way I slide to on Instagram.
Girl, I don't know. Let's just talk.
It's all good. It's all good. How
So
are you on this Sunday?
I'm good. I'm good. I can't complain. Can't complain. We're gonna have to figure this out because it doesn't really look that good on IG, but we're gonna just go ahead with the show tonight. And then we'll post it later on the page.
Okay.
Right. So I guess
Okay.
that's gonna be the solution for the night. How you doing, Miss No Things?
I'm good. I'm good. Got so much going on. Got to be doing some work and stuff like that. I'm gonna be next Sunday. I am doing a master class,
Okay.
and it's free. So the link is on my page.
Okay.
So we'll be talking about branding, building, and telling your story behind your brand. So it's going to be really dope. It's me and 4 other beautiful women. So I'm excited about that. And then the end of the month, I'm going to be a part of a brunch. My products will be a part of the brunch.
Okay.
I won't physically be there, and I know that's happening in New York. So, yeah. So that's it. That's all I got going
on Sundays.
Huh?
What time is that going to be?
Next Sunday is from 2 to 5.
Okay.
And it's online. So it'll be really dope. It's like 2 to 5. It's like 3 hours. Like I said, it's about 4 of us. And we're all masters in our craft. So We'll be talking about different things. Each individual brand is different. So we're going to be speaking about that. So it's going to be dope. Okay. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. A different market for me, a different market.
Okay.
The book always got to be there. So, but that's it. What's going on with you? How's Fix Your Lip doing?
Girl, yeah. So, Fix Your Lip. We're trying to get ready for another photo shoot for the summertime. We did a winter photo shoot, had the kitties all cold and stuff like that. So I'm mapping out all of my photo shoot ideas for the summertime when it's getting warm. It's getting warm out here, even in New York. So
yeah, it's getting warm out here too.
So tonight, what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so first, let me just shout out somebody that is a fan of our show. Gave a topic, and I kind of dropped the ball on this. They gave a topic. Like maybe a couple of days ago, and they was like, this topic, I want to talk about what's more important, money or sex, right? And they gave this topic, and I want to make sure that we are. What I want to make sure is that we're doing the topics that people are telling us, right? But we didn't really prepare for that topic, so we're going to definitely have that next week. We're going to talk about, is it more important, is money or sex? Which one is more important? If you got to pick one or the other, which one will you pick?
Now, the crazy part is, as I think about that conversation and topic, I also think that you should have that conversation on Wednesday also. Because like today, and I say that because today is 2 women. I know we're not going to go deep into the topic today because that wasn't something we planned for. But if you guys start that topic on Wednesday, and then we finish it off on Sunday, that would be dope. Because you have the male and female perspective. We don't want to start off with the female and the female, because then it'd be like, what is there to talk about? Why we need to talk about that? But a male and a female perspective, and then go on into a female and female perspective, because I can sit back and say both of them are important, because we still you pay for sex, even in a relationship, some way, some form. You pay for sex.
Ask us to pick one or the other, and they specifically said we got rules that we cannot pick. We cannot pick both. We have to pick one or the other, and so that was a question. Right on in it. We're not going to jump into that because we got.
But don't be giving me rules. Don't be giving me rules, because I'm the rule breaker.
I'm telling you how the question came at me or whatever. I you know what I'm saying. So I'm following the rules. If you get me in the email chamber, let me tell you something. I am going to do exactly what the people want. I'm not going to let them have a house, people. Okay.
You know what?
You cannot pick both. Okay, you cannot. They want to know. You got either sex or you got money. What you got? So listen.
I'm gonna get my answer next week.
Think about it. Pray about it. Talk to your spouse about it. Come back. Let us know what you think. So we can jump right on into our topic for today. So today we're talking about
boring sex and all the great things to make it fun.
what?
Boring sex and all the things that make it fun with the topics that you added, because we gotta do the
So we're talking about boring sex. Okay. Boring sex is what we're talking about. So snooze fest, you sleeping, they hitting it, you out, you sleeping, you gone, you snoring. What's happening? What's up with the boring sex?
See, so boring sex is, to me, missionary, and you're not doing anything else.
Well, missionary gotta be boring.
I'm not saying it's boring, but that's the only position that you will do is missionary.
Okay.
You're not willing to do anything else. You're not willing to come outside the box and get on the floor. You're not willing to come outside the box.
We give a missionary a bad name. We give a missionary a bad name. Anything that you do too much, if you do doggy style too much, it's gonna be boring. If you do what is it, the 69 whatever, that's gonna be boring. I don't know a lot of sex positions, but if you do, or the name of them, therefore I'm being caught out there. But what I'm saying to you, if you do something over and over again, and that's the common theme of what somebody likes, and they're not able to switch it up, it's going to be boring. So if you never did missionary before, and then one time you do missionary, that's going to be exciting for you because you ain't done it. So at the end of the day, boring sex is the same sex over and over.
Well, I use missionary in that position because that's a lot of people's go-to position that when they don't really want to do anything else.
Okay.
So it's not me saying missionary is a bad thing, because in missionary, you can do a lot of things in missionary that's not boring.
Okay.
You really can. And it's kind of like going to go into leading into the topic that we were talking about with choking.
Wait, so hold on. Have you ever seen the movie? I think the movie was Strictly Business. Was it the movie with Halle Berry?
Yeah, that is Strictly Business.
Okay, Strictly Business. And you remember, like, the girl was having sex and she was like, left, right, up, down, left.
Yes.
And it was like this whole big thing, and she was like telling what to do. But sometimes you miss those things. Be like, well, you got to communicate with your partner. So, like, what are we supposed to? We don't want to be sergeants. We don't want to be like, off of that, over there, down there, to the left, to the right, right? But we don't want to sit there and have somebody on the wrong spot for 10 minutes, because you like, this ain't doing it, and you don't know like what to say, so you just stuck, and it's like, okay, well, I don't want to be like this militant person, but again, you're not where you're supposed to be, sir.
Okay, it's not about being militant, it's about communication. So when you're in the bedroom, you getting it in, right? You're like, yes, and he or she's hitting that spot, because you could be the female on top. And not only you hitting your spot, but it's feeling good to him too. And you just, it's that thing, you just getting it in. And then they move. Now you done messed up. I was just about to come. I was about to just explode, and you done messed it up. So what do you have to do with that? Communicate. So it's not you being militant. It's saying you need to hit that spot. Continue to keep hitting that spot. Even when you give it oral pleasure. You still want to have that same thing. Just think about it. When you have an oral pleasure and you're hitting the right spot, the person you are having sex with is on that spot to make you about to explode, and they move. What happens? You lose it.
Right.
You lose it. So why not? Then you got to be, no, it's not about being militant. It's about, you keep hitting the spot.
I'm just saying that, you don't want to you can ruin a mood too by being too controlling and demanding in how you speak or whatever. So it needs to be a sense of, you have to have a sense about you that knows how to do it in a way that keeps it still in the mood, right?
Okay.
Right, and you're not like breaking that mood. So I think that's like a skill, right?
Because I believe you, it is.
you know, you don't want to sound like the militant girl, like move left, right, whatever. However, what's interesting to me is that what is it with women, right? And they like to be choked, right? Or the slapping of the butt, or the, you know, even the aggressive talk during sex. Where do you think that that comes from with men and women, right? Because I mean, you know, I got girlfriends, you got girlfriends, we all talk, whatever the case may be. And I know that it's a common theme that not all, but a lot of women like to be choked. So what is it about choking and slapping that entices us?
It's a pleasure. It's that you've seen 50 Shades of Grey, right? Did you ever see that, the series 50
We
Shades of
saw
Grey?
that. We need something with some black folk. Okay.
But okay, wait, you can Zane's movies.
And
Yeah, you gotta wait, but you got Zane's. You got Zane movies from back in the day. If you watch the Zane Chronicles, that
there
used to be
was movies about Zane. I thought those were books.
Zane. No, Zane had a series on what's it, HBO?
Was
Was
it
it Max?
BT?
No, she had a series on one of the cable channels. I'm thinking it's more HBO. A lot of sex stuff, like part of her Zane collection books. It's something about it.
Women want to be, what my thing is like, is it that women actually secretly want to be dominated by men? And I know people are going to probably be like, oh, Z, what are you talking about? Like, you know, we want to be in control. Women have power. We want to make our own money. But the fact that when we go back to our natural state of like having sex, I feel like that's one of like the naturalist things you can do, right? Is how life comes in. And I feel like the fact that when you're having that and you are wanting to be told what to do and kind of like dominated, I feel like, does that go back to like how we, like the man is like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like the man is like,
So it's basically you want to
fighter,
be submissive, you being submissive,
and you
and
want
he's
to
being
be
the dominant.
submissive. Because I mean, I feel like even with me, like I feel like you know, I feel like I'm a strong woman. I feel that way. But I do have those moments where, right, if I trust the person, it's only gonna come if I trust the person. But I do have those moments where I actually crave that, right? And so I say that to say, is that something that, you know, is in a woman's nature, possibly?
Of course it is. We all want to be submissive to a person that we trust. We all want that, especially in the bedroom. Because here's the thing, we both end up going really hard. When you think about it, outside the bedroom, we are battling so many things outside in the bedroom. So when you come into the bedroom, you want to be able to just be like, you just have your way and let's get it popping, whatever you want. But well, part of that plays trust. Because here's the thing, when somebody said they want to be choked and you're choking them, you technically have their life in your hands. So you don't want to get too crazy and then you end up choking them to death, you know, so you got to be careful. And then, you know, men's hands are larger than women's hands, you know, so they're stronger than us. You know, we forget that men are stronger than us. So we got to sit back and be like, hold on, wait a second, wait. I want you to choke me, but wait, don't be too rough. Just give me.
So we need a safe word.
We do need a safe word, but if you see me going like this,
okay,
then, you know. But it's one of those. It's about being submissive. You want to be submissive to your partner because you show trust to that person, and once you start showing, once you are trusting, once you feel you're in a safe space with your partner, you're more open when it comes to sex. Period. We're talking about inside the bedroom. Outside is a different story. You know, once you feel trust, but once you're inside that bedroom and you have that trust, once that trust is built up with that individual, you are open to anything with that person when you think
Right.
about it.
Right. I
You
agree.
are open. You are open to having him choke you. You are open to having him slap you around on the ass, and you know you may want to add extra toys into the bedroom because you're open. I'm gonna just shout it out there. The bedroom candy swing. You'll be open to doing that too because it's the swing, and then now you're secure, and now you feel safe, and you're okay, and things like that. So that plays a part in it also. So it's one of those things too.
Okay. So do you think I feel like women are more open with men that they feel more safe with. So I feel like the more safe I feel with a man, the more free I can be in the bedroom. So the less you make me feel, so for me, like the less you make me, if you make me feel like if I have any doubt about you wanting to cheat on me or cheating on me or thinking about cheating on me, that's going to make me less open in the bedroom. And I know that sounds like, oh, you're just trying to say that because you don't want the person to cheat. No,
No,
it's
that's
like
not true.
me, if just for instance, if you care about how I feel, if I'm not feeling so good and you make an effort to like go out of your way to try to make me feel better, I will feel more safe, right? So I feel like safety for me is like very, very important. And I feel like as I become more safe with a person, and this is probably why I think I
You
like
don't do your one night stand.
I don't
That
do
we
the
keep talking about.
I don't do the one night stand because I don't know you. I don't
Right,
know you. So I don't know
right.
you. So I don't know you to trust you. And so for me, one night stands, I'm just gonna have to say they're not gonna work. You can say I'm not living my best life. You can say whatever you want to say about me. I don't
Mm-mm.
care.
I agree with
I
that
don't feel
because
safe.
it's the safety situation. When you
I
when
don't
you
feel
listening
safe.
to
And
what
it's
you're
not
saying, it's safe. It's safety,
right.
and
Hey,
you'll be open.
friend.
You'll be open to it's about being safe. You have to feel safe with who you're having sex with, especially if you are going to be open to trying new things. Like, do you really think that if you wasn't safe with somebody, you would use, like I said, our bedroom candy thing, our bedroom candy stuff. Like I said, the swing. You're hanging it up on your door. That's number one. Number two, you got to be open and know that not only is the door secure, but your partner got you and you're able to do these positions. Then we also have restraints and things like that. If you're not safe or feel safe with your partner, you're going to be like, oh, hell no, you're not handcuffing my arms to the bed. You're not having control over this. So, yeah, safety is important, and trust. We got to remember it's trust. It's not even just safety, it's about trust. Because when you do trust the person you are sleeping with, you are open. You're open to releasing, to having more orgasms. So you're going to flow. That's the whole thing. You want to not just have the sexual experience, you want the whole sexual experience. So you want to flow. You want to be able to orgasm freely. You don't want to hold back. If you're a squirter, you want to be able to squirt freely. If you just regular orgasm, you want to orgasm freely. So it's the safety and the trust that you want to have with that partner. But it goes into communication because you want to be able to tell. You don't have to straight up on the first day, okay, I like to be tied up, da 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 da. Because here's the thing, you may not be interested in that person, but we do know if we want to have sex with a person when we meet them anyway.
You
Even
really
if it
think
takes
that's
us time.
I don't
Oh
think
hell
that's
yeah.
I don't
Hell
think
yeah.
that's true at
Yeah.
all. I
Hell yeah.
disagree. I
If you
disagree.
don't feel
I feel
comfortable or
like
trust
for
you, I'm not
me,
going to do
I feel like
anything.
oh
It's true,
oh
Irie. No,
right.
she was like, exactly. If I don't feel comfortable or trust you, I'm not going to do
I
anything.
I think for me, it's not a thing of like, I think for me, I grow to want to have sex with somebody. And I know people are going to say, oh, that's crazy. Because my thing is mostly it's not physical. Mine's is always about a connection. And so the closer that I feel with someone, like, I remember when I was younger, I was like, oh, I'm never going to do this or I'm never going to do that. We're not going to say what it was. I'm never going to do this in sex. I'm never going to do that. Right. And when
Yeah.
you meet someone and you begin to, yes, fall in love, but more than fall in love, trust that person because I feel like falling in love is good, right? But I feel like trusting, once I trust you, that we are at another place.
Right.
So I feel like those things that I said I never would do, I started to have a desire to do those things. And I feel like that comes from building a relationship. So for me, you could be fine as wine, I'm like, whatever. And you could be in the corner quiet and frumpy, or Steve Urkel. And I feel more comfortable with Steve Urkel because I have that connection with Steve Urkel. So I can't wait to get Steve Urkel home. And you could be, who's fine.
Okay, but here's the thing. Did you just say so?
Because I think he's fine or whatever. And I'm going to be more attracted to the Steve Urkel in the room, because for me, I have that connection with that person. So that's why I say with me, you don't have to, it has to be a build. So you could be a person that's like, oh, this girl, she's not going to like me or whatever. And I may not like you in the beginning. I have met people that I'm like, well, he cool or whatever, but I don't see nothing there or whatever. And then after a while,
and then over time,
talk to the person and say, okay, well, this is how this person feel, and this is what he been through or whatever, and this is what he's aspiring to, and that is a turn on for me. And I feel like so many times, like, we always thinking about the physical, and like, to me, sex again is also it's a mental thing, right? That's what you say. But how can you have
sex is 95% mental,
right?
So if you can, and 90 to 95% mental, and 5 to 10% physical.
I think you got to be kind of crazy to have a one night stand.
Really?
Yeah, I think something ain't right with you, and it's okay. I think you're going through something when you have one night stands. I think you're going through something.
Okay.
I mean, my mind could change. I'm just saying, like, right now,
I connect with the person with their mind, body, and soul.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something deeper. And I feel like a lot of times people use sex to, like, sex is a release, and you do need to release, and I get it or whatever. So if you don't have that one person, you like, I got to just release, I'm going crazy or whatever. I haven't used this sexual energy in a while. So I guess that's how you could do it and not be crazy.
But you also got, yes, sex is an energy.
Because I think
you also have to remember. But you also have to remember, though, you can, instead of you having sex, you can do other things. You can be creative. For some people who don't have sex, and when they are sexually frustrated, there are a lot of people who redirect that energy into creating something really dope, where it's not just sex.
Girl,
so it's up to the individual, though. It really is. There's nothing wrong with, like I said, this. If you read, oh my gosh, is it Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich? I think it is Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And they were talking about men, and they were talking about not having sex. I think it's Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Oh my gosh, I can't remember because I haven't read it in a while. And they were saying, like, the men, they would abstain from having sex, and they would be more creative that way. So it will be a certain period of time where they won't have sex. Right?
They say that during the games or the big ones or whatever, they shouldn't be having sex. Okay.
Yes, so intimacy is a total different level of not even having intercourse. I'm very big on intimacy. Very, very big on having women understand that intimacy is more than just sex. Nairi, very, very big, because it's so important to have intimacy, not only to have intimacy with yourself, so you're able to really feel everything. So yes, intimacy is definitely touching and exploring each other without intercourse. It definitely is. Yes, a lot of athletes don't have sex when they're in, especially, let's say, I think, is it this weekend that it's All-Star Weekend, right? This weekend is All-Star Weekend. So All-Star Weekend. So you have a lot of athletes who are not having sex, but then you also have a lot that are having sex. So it's that in between. Yeah, you can be very creative.
You can get frustrated and angry. I think we've all met that person at work, and I'm just wondering, when did they get laid last? Because they are upset about every little thing. And you like, girl, I'm gonna need you to go home, find something to get. I don't care, whatever, a cucumber, something.
Did you just say a cucumber?
Girl, because you're upset. I definitely do think that people can like get the energy, but I also think that, you know, for the most intimate sex, and then like when you're gonna explore and do all of this kinky, it has to be someone you have a connection with. And that's it.
You said it. That's it. Oh
No,
no, you look like you're trying to.
it has to be
But
someone.
okay, when you go into now, when you talk about kinky sex, what exactly are you talking about? Kinky sex, because you know kinky sex. If you look up what kinky sex is different. It's not just your average sex. You know, there's tying involved, BDSM. It's that whole thing on
Kinky
being.
is in the eye of the beholder. If I
But that's what I'm saying. What type of kinky sex are
if I think
you
it's
like speaking about?
kinky to turn to the side during missionary, then that's my kinky. Everybody has a different kinky. I'm not saying that that's my
Yes.
kinky. I'm just saying that
Yes.
there's levels to kinkiness, and you have your own level of kinkiness. So at the end of the day, don't feel sad if you ain't to the level as someone else's kinkiness. Your kinkiness,
Right.
your kinkiness, and your partner is your match. And so, you know what, you guys need to, y'all may have had great sex, and it may have been like Noni said, she don't like it. It may have been missionary, and y'all may be talking about, I love the way we did that.
Well, I didn't. No. I was saying with missionary, you
Right?
can
No,
get
I'm
bored
just
because it's the
and then
same thing. But right,
you might
no,
say
definitely because
you might have did it, you know, doggy style, whatever the case may be, or whatever, and then like he put you in a swing or whatever, and y'all like, and that's y'all level of kinky or whatever. Somebody else may have been like, okay, I'm about to go, you know, on the rooftop, okay, and you know everybody's watching us, and I'm just going to do it, and y'all just going to see us in all of our glory, and that may be their title of kinky. So there's levels to the kinkiness, is what I'm trying to say. And so
definitely
you can't
it
judge
is.
somebody on a kinky. We can't discriminate the level of kinkiness, because again, you always have your match where you belong. So you know, once the guy starts telling you, well, I want to, you know, swing you around from the top or the whatever, and you know you're not into that level, you gotta
What are
find
you doing that? Okay, if that was to happen, so let me ask you this question, because you know I'm very big on communication. So if you start talking to somebody, right? Let's say it's date 3, you know, it's date 3, and they start talking about sex. And the person is like, okay, so I'm into this. I'm into using toys. I'm into tying up. I'm into, you know, sometimes being out in the in public, but not where people can see you, but just doing out in public. How would you feel about that? Like, what would you say? Like, would you have that? Now, this is the third date, because you remember you said it's about you feeling someone and how you feeling this. By the third date, are you understanding? Because see, now your third date doesn't have to be 3 dates in a row. It can be over a period of time, especially now with COVID. So y'all can be having visual conversations via any of the apps that you could talk to. You can sit back, and so y'all building. So y'all do speak on a regular basis, but on by your third date, face to face, this is the conversation that's had when it comes to sex. So are you going to be open and say, you know what, that's not what I'm into? And even if you started feeling that person, would you stop talking to that person at that point?
Again, like I said,
hey Jennifer, go ahead.
Like I said, going back to trust, right? So as you build a relationship, trust is built, right? And it's a tricky thing because you don't know if you're going to build this trust with this person or not. But there's things that I've said that I could be honest, I would never do. And then I'm in this relationship with this person that I trust, right? There's a bunch of stuff. I'm like, I will not do that, right? And then in that moment, it was the truth. It was like that. But when you meet somebody and they make you feel safe and they are caring about your feelings and caring about your safety and caring about your livelihood and caring about your emotions and stuff like that, that a woman will get more comfortable to do certain things. Certain things are just deal breakers. Like, I'm not going to never do this, right? You got some things like that. And we know those in our mind, right? We know what those things are. They're like, those things I'm never going to do, right? But you got some things that you like, that sounds crazy. I don't think I'll do that, right? But so I think if they're the things that are my nevers,
okay,
it's a deal breaker. But I think if it's a thing that I've thought about, but I was like, I don't see that happening. But this person I'm building something with, if we get to a level of trust, I think that can probably happen.
Okay.
But
so is your list of nevers like really long? No. And you're not opening to never, ever, ever, ever trying them, even if you get married and you're down the line and you want to spice up your sex life. Your sex life.
You want to know one of my list of nevers?
Okay, I'll hear it.
I will never, ever, ever toss anybody's salad.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
And that's a never for me.
Okay. So if your partner was to be like, all right, I actually like that, and you'd be like, you know what? As much as I like you, unfortunately,
never ever.
That is, but you know what? But that's good that you're able to know, because it's about that throat chakra of speaking exactly no. And with that, how soon will you tell that person though?
Girl, that ain't nothing. That's something that I ain't gonna do it. I ain't doing it. I'm comfortable with saying I'm not gonna do that. And I don't need to give you a reason why. I have my reasons why. I don't need to give you a reason why I don't do it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't never gonna do it.
That's right. And you don't need to give a reason, because once you say no, it's no. Period, point blank, and end the story. And your partner should have to respect that.
Right.
Your partner should really have to respect that.
But
yeah. Do you see that a lot of people have if you're having conversation with your friends about that your friends, or I'm not even going to say friends, but your associates and people you talk to, they find that as an issue? Like, why wouldn't you be open to it? Has anybody ever?
I mean, no, because I don't have an issue with what they have issues with. Like, if they say they don't like something or whatever, that's just not what they like or whatever. So I'm not judging anybody on their sexual preference or what is. It's a conversation, right? And everybody's different. And so I don't judge anybody, and I don't hang around with people that are too judgmental. They can be judgmental at times, because I'm not gonna say it. But I try not to hang around with people that's gonna be like judgmental, because again, my boundaries are my boundaries, and that's kind of is what it is. And I don't go with a trend. I'm not a trend person. So if everybody's doing this, I'm not gonna get up and go do that.
I agree. You gotta feel when it comes to sex in general, you have to do what you're comfortable with, what your mate is comfortable with, and it's not, and it has to be. It doesn't make a difference what the outside world is, because that's at the end of every single day when you're with your partner. That's the most important. You and your partner is the most important when it comes to whatever it is that you want to do sexually.
I think a lot of times, and so for me, I feel like a lot of times people like to do the doggy style position, right? And I feel like that's like a trend, right? And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that position. I'm not saying it's not a great position. I'm not saying it's not wrong with it. I'm not saying stop doing it. I'm just saying, like, I feel a lot of times we're influenced by music. We're influenced by, porn. Right? We're influenced by music videos and what these rappers say and stuff like that. And so I feel like when you talk about monotony, it's monotonous to want to have sex with somebody the way you think is a trend all the time. because you're not really exploring that person's body. You're just going off of what you think everybody else is doing instead of actually really trying to learn what it is that you like to do.
Right, because just because I say that to clients because it's so important that just because you and your ex-partner did this, the majority of men love that position. The doggy style position are you talking about, Erin?
Mm-hmm. That's what she's talking about.
Okay. You can't have sex with your new partner the same way you had sex with your old partner. Why? Because one, that person's body is different. So and we'll use oral pleasure.
I got something to say. Keep quiet.
No, go ahead. Say it. Go ahead.
So, okay, this scenario. You have some women out here, right? And you have some women out here, and this goes into a conversation I had last week with the Dynamic Wonder, right? And so some women out here want a man so bad that they are willing to do any and everything to get them, right? And that means letting somebody pound the crap out of you, right? Without having any kind of pleasure for yourself, right? And that's another topic that we need to talk about here. Like women actually
talk about that
pleasure out of sex, right? Because there's a lot of women, like they say, like, oh, back in the days, women just, the man came like Mr. in Color Purple. He did his business. That's what he did. And I feel like a lot of these women, to keep a man, will actually let him come like Mr. Disseely.
Mm-hmm.
And like Mr. Disseely, you did that in a private chat, not in the chat.
It won't go anywhere else. I see.
Okay. You did that like Mr. Disseely and just let him do his business on you. And I feel like, so now this woman done let this man do whatever. He didn't please her. He just relieved himself. He did whatever. He meets you and you just a different way. You like, listen, hey. I'm not with it. Like, I'm going to have to get something out of this too. This ain't just about you. Right? And so now she has let him do this to her and do her any kind of way without as much care as if she's comfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now he comes and tries to have a relationship with you, and you like, whoa, do. What kind of sex is this? This ain't it. This ain't it. But because we are so, and I'm saying myself included, we as women want these men so bad that we are allowing them to do whatever, however, in any way possible without even really getting satisfaction out of it. And I think that's a topic that we definitely should talk about next week is like, or, I definitely want to talk about the money and the money versus sex thing, but also, are women being actually pleased in the bedroom, or are you doing this to keep your man?
As a sexuality coach, I'm going to interrupt you for one moment.
As
a sexuality coach, a lot of women are not being pleased, and I'm going to say for it's multiple reasons, but one of the reasons is a lot of women don't know their bodies. A lot of women don't know their bodies. A lot of women don't understand their bodies. A lot of women don't know where their G-spot is. A lot of women, and it's not about having a G-spot orgasm. It's about understanding that you need to have a relationship with your vagina. Period, point blank. You need to have a relationship with your breast. You need to have a relationship with your stomach. You need to have a relationship. This is why I am so big on having intimacy with yourself, so you can understand and know what you like, how you like to be pleased. Because if you know that this particular motion feels good on you, then I can tell my partner this particular, I like this particular position. It goes into the whole communication aspect. We need to start being vocal on, listen, we're not having porn sex. Maybe who you had sex with before is porn sex, but that's not me. I want intimacy. I want foreplay. I want hugging. I want kissing. I want touching. I want massages. You have to be able to speak what you want.
Right. But then I feel like some women.
Well, the reason why a lot of women don't explore themselves is this. The reason why they don't is it goes back to so many things with religion. Because in religion, they talk about masturbation is bad. So you have to actually unlearn to relearn and have your own personal relationship with God and understand that you can please yourself. That's why a lot of women don't talk about sex. It's one of those topics. You have people who are very open when it comes to sex, and you have people who are very closed. They don't even speak to their own girlfriends about when it comes to sex. But that's why it's so important to know somebody who's a sexuality coach or sexologist. If you don't know somebody personally, maybe somebody you know, because we will be able to help you be able to unlearn, to relearn, to explore you. Go ahead.
I think that I think a lot of times too. I think religion does play a part in it, but I think that a lot of things is how we finish. Right, a man finishes, and it's more prominent than how when a woman finishes or when a woman reaches her climax. Right, and so when the man is done, it's over. Right, so has that woman reached the climax? There's more of a definite ending for that man. You see the definite ending. The ending is comes out, it gets soft, right? It's over.
Well, see, but that's not with every man, though.
I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about not.
No. But I'm saying, but no. But see that, but here's the thing.
For the most
there
part,
are a lot. That's not 100% true because there are men who literally. No, I'm not letting you finish your statement because as a sexuality coach, you are generalizing something that's not 100% true, though. You're generalizing something that's not 100% true.
For the average man that I know from the women I've talked to, that is the end for them. And I'm saying that when women don't have a prominent end, you can agree that men's ending compared to a woman's ending is more of a prominent ending than a man's ending, right? So like there's more of a staple. It's ended for him. It's over. With her, there can be multiple, right? You don't know if she has. A lot of men, if you're not a squirter, they don't even know if you orgasm. I have orgasm before and a man has not known it. I've already reached it, but I'm just like playing around like, woo, whatever, right? And
but you're not communicating. But okay, so
right because I've been
a communication
I've been embarrassed because like I can actually come from something small, right? Because so it'll be an embarrassment because we haven't even gotten nothing started and you done already got to the high part, right? So they may not know it, and so what I'm saying is that like I feel because of that, it's like once that end result happens with him, subconsciously we feel like, oh, it's over. But what if it hasn't happened for her? Is what I'm saying. And so I'm like psychologically like he's like, it's over. I'm done. It came out, I'm done, right? And so like I feel like that's how women get left behind. Yes, religion does play a part in it, but I think that also plays a part in it that there's a more definite ending for them than women. I'm not saying that there's not men that's not the end for them. I'm not saying that. I know that there's all different types of people, but I'm just saying that their ending is a little bit more definite and more like finish line than ours. That's all I'm saying.
To an extent, I'm not saying that you're wrong and I'm not saying that you're right. To an extent, if a woman doesn't really know her body, because here's the thing, we can come and be pleasured before he even busts. We can. But if we don't know, but here's the thing, if we don't know our bodies, how are we going to do that?
I get that, but also,
that goes into the whole aspect of
also too. I just feel like society has this thing of it is our job to get them to that point, and Mr. need to come on us and do his business, and we need to just lay there and let him do his business. And I feel like even though we think we have progressed and like things have changed and times have changed, a lot of sex still has that kind of flair to it. Even when some women they don't really get off. It's about getting that man off and making him reach that climax to the point they're going to still get the toy after it's over because they didn't get there yet. So I feel like even though we've changed in times where women are taking more control, like, look, we're doing this show right now. We're talking about some stuff, right? And whatever, we doing our stuff and we talking about it. So I feel like we have changed, but I feel like in the bedroom, it's like they are the persons that we are most concerned with pleasing. Like that is our main objective, is to make this man happy. And I feel like that's like a constant thing. I have never just laid there and let him do his business. I'm not saying that now.
But I know you're not saying that. I know those may not be your. Listen, no. I'm going to interrupt you now. You're not saying that per se, but actually you are saying that. If you listen, because you told me to be quiet, you told me to not interrupt you, so I'm listening to your words. And as a sexuality coach, a sexologist, I'm listening to you, and I'm like, okay, she has a point, yeah, but there's so much more than that. Okay. But you are saying that women just lay there. I'm not saying that you're not telling the truth. There are, and it goes into women don't know what they like, what they want. There are a lot of women who don't. And I'm saying this because I have been in rooms with women, and I'm not talking about 1 or 2 women. I'm talking about 25, 35 women. And that's been the topic. Oh my goodness. We don't talk about this. I have this problem. I do this. I do that. It's because they don't know because of how they were raised. The 40 plus, we've come into owning who we are to an extent. 50, 60, and I've been in rooms with 50, 60-year-old women that's like, Noni, it goes back to religion. It goes into, we were taught we're not supposed to masturbate. We were taught that we're not supposed to touch our bodies. That's against the Bible. That's against what we have to do. And it's like, I had to learn that it's okay for me to touch that. It's okay. You have women who have trauma. So for them, it is, all they know is to lay back. They don't know they don't know pleasure. They don't know pleasure. All they know is to lay on their backs. So it is really depend on where that woman is, not only in her life, but what has happened to her. And yes, the back then, all you had to do was lay in the bed and just get him off.
I'm not saying that. I'm not phrasing it as if we were just laying in the bed, whatever. I'm saying to the point of that in society, even if you look at porn, and even if you look at, the man is what is the objective to please, and anybody that says that they don't see that when they look at porn, to me,
no, that's the truth.
To me, is not being honest. The objective for most porn is not to please the woman. It is for the woman to make sure that man reaches that climax. It is our job to make sure that he is happy, he is fed, he is this. And that is the narrative. But my whole thing is like, how do we change that narrative? Yes, we learn our bodies, but you also need to tell your partner, hello, it's my time.
But if you're not open, if you're not having communication, then how are you going to tell your partner? Because how many people are truly open?
You can learn your body too.
But you got to communicate
your body to, I don't know, till what pimple is on your ankle. Okay. But if you're not communicating that with your man and you're not letting him know, okay, it's me time, baby. I know you think it's about you, but guess what? Tonight, it's about,
but you gotta open up and talk to them.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, you gotta, but it's a lot about it's about communication. Our voices have been taken. Our voices
struggle because men feel that it's all about them. There are some men that feel that it is all about them, and you got to give them a wake up call. And it ain't gonna be an easy conversation because they like, well, what? I'm the king. This is about me. What you mean? This you're supposed to be pleasing me. And you have to have that. You have to be confident enough to have that conversation. Yes, you need to know your body. I agree with you 100%. That's something that we need to do. But we also need to be able to stand up for ourselves and say, I'm not pleased. We need to change something here.
It's about having these. how the only way the narrative is going to change is having these type of conversations and women being open to these type of conversations. You have to be open. You have to sit, you have to listen and actually sit and listen to these type of conversations, ask questions, be open to hear. It's okay to tell him, no, this is how you need to do to please me. That's why when I have conversations with men, I'm like, can you stop having porn sex with your girlfriend? And they'll be thrown off. And it's like, what you mean porn sex? I said, you know, the way you learned how to have sex, where you watch the porn back in the day and all you do is do this. Boo-boo, not every female wants that. And if a female does want that, she does not want that all the time. Exactly. You have to learn to caress her body. You have to learn how to kiss her body. You have to learn her body. You have to learn that she loves oral pleasure. The same way you love oral pleasure, she loves oral pleasure too. Why don't you take some time out and start having oral pleasure with her? Why don't you kiss her neck? Why don't you find out why don't you search her body for some of her zones that she didn't even know that she had, because she can't touch those parts of her body.
Right. And so Nari says, yes, you can have, you need to have conversations with the person before having sex, but I'm going to add this in. You also need to have a conversation after the sex, right? What you didn't like, what you did like, what worked well, what didn't work well.
Are you open to that? You can say all of that, but if somebody says to you that sex was bad, your feelings is going to be hurt. We gotta be honest.
I don't know who
we gotta be honest.
About, but I'm very comfortable. I'm very comfortable, and I'm a comedian, so I'm very comfortable having a conversation about what the hell went wrong. And it's gonna be some comedy, and we're gonna talk about it, because you can't have any kind of growth if you don't figure out what went wrong. So, and that's with anything, with any conversation. After we have this show, we're going to have a conversation about what went right and what went wrong. That's the same thing with sex. It's the same thing. You want something to work well. You want to work well with somebody. You have a conversation about what went well and what went wrong before and after. So before is how we set up the show. This is the same thing. How we set up the show. What are we going to talk about? What are we going to do? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? Then after the show, it's kind of like the critique. Okay, well, I liked how this went. I didn't really like how that went, or whatever. I did like this, or I didn't like that, right? So it's a critique after, and that's all I'm saying is that after the sex, you do need to critique, because that's how you're going to get better. That's how you're going to grow. And you have to be able to laugh, right? You're human. You're going to mess up. You're going to do stupid stuff.
Not everything that you do with that person is going to be good. Not everything is pleasurable. You got to be like, yo, you can't pound me that hard because it hurts.
Exactly.
And listen, don't be holding my leg up like that too long, because guess what? I won't be able to walk afterwards.
Exactly.
You know, and he could be like, yeah, you giving good head, but maybe your teeth are scratching me too much. You got to be open. You know, it is definitely true.
You don't have to end that real quick, y'all. And I hate to cut it short, but we are at 59:10. And if we don't get off here soon, we are going to not be able to post it. And we want to have to post it and share and like or whatever. So hit me up at fixyourlip.com. True Thought Explosion comes on at 9 on Wednesdays and 6 on Sundays. And Noni has a book. Tell us real quick, Noni, you got 30 seconds before I end the stream.
Sis, do you understand how sexual you are? You can hit me up on Facebook or Instagram.
All right, hit her up. We ended this live stream so that we...
And it's on Amazon.
We gotta go, y'all. We at the 59, 45, 46. Okay, all right. Have a good night, y'all.